All right, guys, I'm going to do the number 1 on the chapter 3 projectiles worksheet. So this is like the middle of the packet we're working through. So it says a guy shoots this bullet with an initial velocity entirely in the horizontal direction. So in the horizontal means all of the velocities in the x, and there's no velocity in the y to start because all of it is in the x. Okay, so here's my vector motioning and starting. And I say that the delta x, so how far it travels in the x direction, is 180 meters. And they want to know how far does it drop. So what's your delta y? So what we're going to do is we're going to record all of our stuff in terms of our y values and our x values. All right, so for our v initial in the x, we have 800 meters per second. Our v initial in the y, we have 0. Now remember, in order for anything to have acceleration, it's going to require an outside force. So we obviously always have acceleration due to gravity. It's always acting on bodies on Earth. So it's always going to be a negative 9.81 meters per second squared. Hoping you've noticed that velocity has never caused you to shoot across the ground sideways because there is no acceleration in the x. Okay, we won't have any acceleration in the x unless there's a force acting on it. Now we know our delta x to be 180 meters. Now always double check to make sure if it's positive, it's positive. Remember, we just assume to the right, we set the standard, I should say, is going to be positive and up positive. Okay, and that's forces, velocity vectors, acceleration vectors, displacement vectors, whatever we are looking at. Now we have one last thing. We want to actually find our delta y. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at our kinematics and see which ones we can use.